All right, guys. Today we're gonna do Ghost issue number 4 from Dark Horse Comics. Yeah, we're gonna continue. I'm not sure how long I'm gonna do this, but so far I'm having fun, and if I'm having fun, I make a video about it, right? So let me know in the comments below if you like this video, want to see more, or not. Anyway, let's dive in. This is also drawn by Matt Haley, writer Illig Luke, and Tom Sims is the inker. Matt Haley's art is fantastic, by the way. But I have some questions. So this guy is, I don't know, zapping ghosts. He's calling himself Shock. But then we go, I don't know, here, and she talks about there is a thing that leaked out. So I thought, what are you talking about? Well, it's been a little bit revealed later. But then Eliza is here walking in the streets, and she says, "Why are you doing this? My car broke down. My God, why does that give you to write too? We're doing it because it's fun, lady, and that's all you got to know." And then she have a smirk. So relax, have some fun. All right. And then she's transforming into Ghost. But then we go here, and this looks awesome, by the way, this perspective, right? I pass through hell. I do it when I jump space. A man with the unlikely name of King Tiger has revealed to me that this hell only exists inside my head. My head makes it up so I won't go insane when I warp. The problem is it keeps leaking out. And then we go back to Shock being shot by Barb Wire, who shoots him with a shark gun, I guess. Not sure what else it is. That used for underwater, I guess. So I thought, wait a minute, doesn't it be that maybe this is the first page, 1, 2, and then I don't know, go here because Shock. Now let's say 1, 2, 3, and then 4, 5. See what I'm going? Right? So, or this is deliberate that I'm, missing that, this because it doesn't flow very well, or this is a print error, or the editor didn't do a good job. But that's guessing. But that's it's weird that you are here while you're being zapped here, and then you go back to here. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit weird. Anyway, moving on. So Barb Wire says, or Ghost says, "Hey, who are you? My name is Barb Wire. I'm after Reddy Kilowatt over there. There's a bounty on him on Steel Harbor." So they are kicking ass. "What's your story? I thought I was saving a helpless female." That's misogyny. You're paranormal, obviously. Me? I'm a nobody. I'm a ghost. I like that, straight to the point. So Bob Wire says, "Hey, let these people go, right? It's why dirty your nice whitey gloves? I can't help it. Something inside me just want to crush their throats and watch them fight for air." Yeah, she has a chip on the shoulder. So Bob Wire says, "You got away with words, girl. What were you doing here out anyway? Walking? Just to see what they do. So you made this happen." And she denies it, but then she thinks she's right. It doesn't help that this is exactly what King Tiger told me. I'm making this happen. So he says, "Hey, here's my card if you want to talk, right? You can find me here." And she says, "I'm fine. I don't need anybody," right? What I do like about it, maybe that's a little bit later. Okay, anyway, ads. So she's flying away in the air. Well, or is it gliding? I don't think she's gliding. She's flying. She's gliding on the winds because she's a ghost, right? So there it is. I'm creating my own hell. I bring it with me wherever I go, and it all comes back to men. What happened to me? If I even let the idea of what men are across to my mind, I want to kill something. It comes from every man in my short life. Well, except one man. And so she goes to, I don't know, the graveyard again, and this guy's still talking to the graves, just like in the early issues. Otherwise, pretty depressive. So she reveals herself. I guess I should apologize, but I don't feel like it. Just seemed weird. She's also that smug face on her smug expression on her face. You're the only man I can stand to be around, and you don't even know I'm here. What the hell are you talking about? Who the hell are you? I've been listening to you. I heard just about everything you said here. What do you think about that? So she's deliberately antagonizing him for no reason at all, and he doesn't take it. So he says, so what? You hide in the bushes listening to guys talk to graves. I hope you enjoyed yourself. Why don't you just take your weird costume and get the hell out of here? So I ruined one more thing. At least I enjoyed the look on his face, but it's like I broke something. Something about breaking, about man. The most broken man I know, my father. So she's going home, but he's a drunk, right? And she thinks that maybe he is the source of all her problems, right? There wasn't a ghost special. Do I have that? I'm not sure. So he says, Eliza? And it seems that she's, I don't know, running away, but then came back different. And she said, come on, spit it out. I want the truth, you old drunk. What happened to me? He says, what are you doing? I swear I wasn't violent. I blacked out a lot, but your mother didn't. I checked with her about that whole time. She said I never did nothing to you. He can remember part of his life? Who does that remind you of? Well, you. And that's exactly what she is saying. So the mother comes in, right? And he says, it's a disease. I can't help it if I got a disease. Well, yeah. Well, you can help it. You can get help. I feel sorry for him, but I can't stand it when he cries. Yeah. I a lot of people have that. When somebody is, breaking down in tears, it makes them feel uneasy. I have that sometimes too, and then I think, okay, now what? So mother comes in, Eliza, I swear, you never used to be like this. You won't remember this, but a couple of years ago, you were gone for about 6 months. Yeah, well, she died, and she came back as a ghost. You never told us where you went, but you came back changed. I swear, you've been angry ever since. Uh-oh. And so she's admitting that she's been wrong. Now, I was wondering, in that special that I don't have, is she revealing herself to her parents that she is ghost or not? Because they are not really surprised that she is, I don't know, coming out of a TV, standing in the middle of the room suddenly. Anyway, so she's going back to her apartment, right? And but then she talks in the third person, which was a little bit weird to me because she talks about herself. I dig deeper into Eliza's life. She was scattered, didn't keep things in order like I do. Like she is two separate persons. So did I miss the part that, this is a guess of me, I'm not entirely sure. I thought that Eliza just came back as a ghost, but now it seems that someone else entered her body. So two different entities maybe? Eliza, as her body, and something else is inside her, ghost? Or is she just Eliza, but, she's a little bit mad and talks herself in the third person? Anyway, it doesn't take long. According to her credit card, Eliza spent 6 months in Taos, New Mexico. One chart shows a kept voicemail servers there. Should still be operating. I find the access code in another box. So lots of calls from creditors. Then the weird ones start all from different women. Dreamy. So this girl says, Eliza, I want you to know that we always love you. You always have a home. Probably her parents, but then another one, someone hysterical. It's called Emily. And she said, you said to call if I ever decide to leave. He let me go, but God, if you get this, I'm coming to Arcadia to look for you. There's something important, and the connection is broken, right? So more ads. So she realizes that she cannot find her, right? She said, I can't even find myself. So she's looking for Barb Wire. I look like this. I like it when artists, go in and take their time to, and this is going to be shown in full later on, that they actually do stuff like this, drawing cars, drawing motorcycles, or different kind of, vehicles, and, actually looking good instead of, Google, Photoshop, copy BS that they are doing now. Anyway, she says, hey, I knew you would come back. And she says, I need your help, right? So she makes a few calls. You have no idea who any of these people on these messages are. So I told you. Okay, listen up. Off the top of my head, with these people wanting you back, this Emily sounds like she's escaping. I think it's a cult. So it seems that Barb Wire has experience with people in a cult, and when they try to escape, they want to get out, they want to have a new life, they want to have a change of identity because of fear that people would stalk them, right, if they are leaving the cult. So Barb Wire comes in, right, and so this guy says, hey, we got company, and I could have got us through the wall. This is better. So, hey, a couple of bros in tight clothes. Oh, you are going to regret saying that. So he's running over him. You think he's feeling it anymore? It's probably his junk, I guess, right? So Barb Wire says, hey, stop talking. Otherwise, she's starting blasting. Again, this looks really good, in my opinion, right? So he stops blabbering. And this is what I mean, right? Look at this motorcycle, how well it's been drawn. Very nice. I don't care if it's traced. I mean, it looks like it's part of the whole book, right? That's the whole thing. If you have very detailed characters, but your vehicles and backgrounds looks like, shady blurs or, not detailed at all, it completely takes me out. The other way around also. So it needs to have a nice balance. And this is what I mean. So basically she's asking why Barb Wire is coming along, and Barb Wire says she was bored. So she's helping them. So they find suddenly Emily. Is this in a building or an alley or something? Because where's the doors, right? So she says, Emily, it's Eliza. You were trying to call me? And she says, oh, Eliza, it's you. I thought I lost you. And then she's starting screaming. I think, what's happening to her? Well, it seems that she is changing into something unholy. And she says, it's the hooks. Get away from me while you can. And she is attacking and biting in the neck of, or the throat of Barb Wire. I go solid for a second, says Ghost. Not smart. Dissolve, Ghost. I'm going to stop her. No, it's not her fault. It's being done to her. I came to tell you there's hooks in you, Eliza. He got his hooks in you. Do it while you can. Please. And then we have this classic, people falling through glass from a tall building. And it reminds me immediately of The Crow, that movie with Brandon Lee. It's basically the same. There's more action, dark action movies from back in the day. And, The Crow is also from Dark Horse, right? If I remember correctly? Yes, right? It was from Dark Horse. Anyway, classic woman falling through the window, dying. She says, thank you. And she's falling here. But then Eliza finds some kind of a photograph, I guess, right? With this guy on it. And she as well. I tried to deny it, but I can't. No answers, like trying to see into Jade, the only thing I can pass through. All I see is the most important question, myself. If I break through, I just make more reflections, more questions with no answers. So who is this gloomy guy with demonic eyes? And what are you doing there, Eliza? Were you a part of a cult? What's going on? So that brings us to the end of the video, into the next one in issue number 5 that we're gonna do pretty soon. Again, it's a good book. It has a very dark theme that I actually like. I like the darker stuff, if well told. The art is great, it's phenomenal, and it also hooks me into the next issue because we are, peeling away a little bit of a layer who Ghost is and where she comes from and what actually happened to her. And it's doing in well-paced manner, except for the first pages here. Talking more about this particular story because it doesn't make any sense to me what's happening here. That's my only criticism. Everything else is fun. So guys, let me know in the comments what you think about it, and I see you next time. Bye bye.